Good afternoon, and welcome to the commencement for the class of 2023. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and our president, Father Peter Donahue, it is my great privilege to welcome all of you, our graduates, parents, family members, and friends, to Villanova's 180th commencement. My name is Dr. Crystal Lucky, and I have the honor of serving as a professor of English and the Associate Dean for undergraduate programs in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. I will be your guide for our 180th commencement ceremony, and I'm delighted to be here with you. Villanova University is a very special place. A phrase from St. Augustine, ever ancient, ever new, captures a bit of what we are about. We are ancient in that we remain in touch with the ancient values handed down to us by St. Augustine and St. Thomas of Villanova. The principles of veritas, unitas, and caritas, truth, unity, and love, were central concepts for St. Augustine and are the foundation upon which the Irish friars established Villanova University more than 180 years ago. Today, these ideals continue to shape who we are as a community, and they propel us into the future. So it's time to get our ceremony started. To the individuals as they come by. Leading the stage party is our provost, Dr. Patrick Magidi. Dr. Magidi is carrying the mace, which is based on a medieval weapon that is now one of the president's symbols of authority and is only used at formal events where the president of the university is present. As Provost Magidi serves as the highest-ranking officer of the university after the president and as the university's chief academic officer. Following our provost are our distinguished faculty and award winners. And to my right and left, you will see our esteemed faculty who are coming in to take their seats. As the faculty find their seats, let me take a moment to recognize our faculty award winners. We are here today to honor our graduates, but we also owe an enormous debt of gratitude to the faculty members who have taught, advised, and mentored them every step of the way. Each year, we honor several faculty members for teaching, for service, for research, and for their work with our students. I want to take this opportunity to recognize those faculty members now. The 2023 Faculty Award recipients are Dr. Krista Bialka, Associate Professor of Education and Counseling. She is the winner of the Christian R. and Mary F. Lindback Award for Outstanding Teaching. Dr. Elizabeth Dowdell, Professor of Nursing, is the winner of the Outstanding Faculty Research Award. Dr. Paul Rozier, Professor of History and Director of Villanova's Albert LePage Center for History in the Public Interest, is the winner of the Lawrence C. Gallen Service Award. Craig Carpenter, instructor in the Augustine and Culture Seminar Program, is the winner of the Polehouse Stracalini Award for Teaching Excellence. Dr. Shara Arman is teaching professor in the Augustine and Culture Seminar Program, and she is the winner of the Faculty Award for Innovative Teaching. Dr. Eliza Gettle, the Albert R. LePage Assistant Professor of History, is the winner of the Junior Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Tracy Oliver, Associate Professor of Nursing, is the winner of the Lafferty Award. Dr. Pele Kramer, Associate Professor of Geography and the Environment, is the winner of the Outstanding Faculty Mentor Teaching Award. Dr. John Sedunov is Associate Professor of Finance and the winner of the University Mid-Career Service Award. Dr. Lisa Rodriguez, Associate Professor of Geography and the Environment, is the winner of the University Mid-Career Scholar Award. And Dr. Helene Moriarty, Professor and Diane L. and Robert F. Moritz, Jr. Endowed Chair in Nursing Research, is the winner of the University Scholarly Achievement Award. May I have a round of applause for all our Faculty Award winners? Behind our Faculty Award winners were Jose Garcia Orozco, this year's Student Government President, and Stephanie Lim Capello, representing the Villanova University Alumni Association and the tens of thousands of Villanova alumni around the world. Following our student and alumni representatives are the members of the Board of Trustees, and then our members of the President's Cabinet, which include the University Vice Presidents. Our university deans follow the Cabinet along with our special guests. And finally, bringing up the rear is our University President, Father Peter M. Donahue, and that concludes our procession. And his arrival marks the beginning of our ceremony. Let's give everyone a round of applause. Please remain standing. At Villanova, we begin most of our ceremonies with an invocation to our Creator. And today I am pleased to welcome Megan Fitzpatrick, a graduate of the class of 2023 from the College of Engineering, to deliver our invocation.
In the midst of this joyful and exciting day, we pause to remember that we are in the presence of God. I invite you all to join me in prayer. Good and gracious God, we thank you for this day, for our families and friends who are present, and for those who are not. In these years at Villanova, you have bestowed many blessings upon us. Our lives have been changed by the people you have placed in our path: professors, mentors, and friends. Our eyes have been opened to new ideas and passions. We have engaged in various communities, acts of service, and the seeking of truth. Lord, you have also been present in the difficulties and challenges that we have faced. Through uncertainty, loss, and failures, you have also been there, as you always have been and always will be. Help us to remember that we are all loved unconditionally by you, and that you never give us more than we can handle. Your plan for each and every one of us is perfect, and we are grateful that Villanova has had an important role in that plan. Please be with us as we discern what our next steps will be and how we can use the talents and gifts you have given us to do your will. Give us the strength and the courage to spread the good news to the world as we strive to exhibit Augustinian values by protecting the inherent dignity of each and every human being, caring for our common home, and standing in solidarity with those in need. Lord, we thank you for our time here at Villanova, the joy we have felt, and the lessons we have learned. It is our responsibility to continue being witnesses to our faith, to love one another, and to keep growing into who we are meant to be. We ask for your continued blessing as we move forward from this place into the next, our restless hearts always striving to rest in you. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. We are blessed here at Villanova with many talented students who share their gifts with the community throughout the year at sporting events, concerts, and musicals. So it is my pleasure to introduce the senior students of the Villanova Voices, the Villanova Singers, a cappella, Villanova Student Theater, Villanova Student Musical Theater, and members of the Villanova University Band. Please join them in singing our national anthem. Gentlemen, if you have not done so already, please remove your caps. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Patrick Majidi, Provost of Villanova University, to offer some remarks to our graduate and to introduce today's student speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Lucky, and let me once again welcome all of our graduates, their families and guests, and our faculty and staff as well. Today is a momentous and joyous day, a culmination of years of dedication and hard work. During your time at Villanova, we've challenged you to consider new perspectives, make connections between different disciplines, ask tough, ethical questions, and reach for even greater heights. There is no doubt that your journeys to this day have been filled with countless triumphs. You've aced exams, participated in groundbreaking research, landed dream internships. You've also faced setbacks along the way. You may have struggled in a course or found out that your original major wasn't for you. Some of you also experienced personal roadblocks. Yet through it all, you persevered. You learned from adversity, discovered new passions, and found strength in yourselves and in the support of the Villanova community. It is no small feat that you have each made it to this day. You should be immensely proud of all that you have achieved. Today also marks the start of a new chapter of your lives, one filled with hope and promise and guided by the values instilled in you by your family and your Villanova education. These values will guide your decisions no matter what company, graduate school, or volunteer organization is the next stop in your journey. You are called upon to have the strength of conviction to differentiate yourselves as Villanovans, creative problem solvers who remain true to their moral and ethical compasses. The world needs more people like you. As you look to your future beyond Villanova, I ask two things of you. First, I ask that you remember your Villanova family. Each of you is an equal part of a community of Villanovans who champion and support each other throughout their lives. Please stay connected with each other and with us. Reach out if you need assistance and lend a hand to those who need it. Secondly, never forget that you are Villanova. Villanova extends far beyond this campus and these buildings. Villanova is you, the people who carry on our values and further our community from places near and far. You will forever represent Villanova. On behalf of our entire Villanova community, we are so proud to share in this celebration and wish you success and happiness in the next great chapter of your lives. Congratulations. And now it is my pleasure to announce today's student speaker. For the last several months, the colleges have each held contests for the university commencement speaker. A few weeks ago, the deans reviewed the finalists from each college to choose the student commencement speaker for the class of 2023. It is my sincere honor to introduce Mr. Jordi Nunez, Villanova College of Engineering, class of 2023, as this year's student speaker. Mr. Nunez is a civil engineering major with minors in business and real estate from Bogota, New Jersey. Please welcome Mr. Nunez.
Wow. Yeah, this is incredibly surreal. Thank you, Dr. Majidi, for that wonderful introduction. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, well, give me a second here. Hold on. Needed that. Yeah, these past couple of days, my friends kept asking me, like, Jordi, are you nervous to give the speech on graduation? I was like, no, not really. I want to apologize to all of you because I lied. I'm definitely very nervous to be up here, but people keep telling me that's a good thing, so I guess we'll see. My family's also like 25, 30 feet in front of me right now, so if you start seeing water run down my face, it's just sweat, I promise. Even though it's not hot at all, but I love you too. Good afternoon, esteemed faculty members, members of the Villanova Board of Trustees, university administrators, families, friends, and honored guests. And welcome to Villanova's graduating class of 2023. We made it. Some champagne definitely snuck its way into the stadium. I would like to thank the university provosts, deans, and administrators from the university for having me as this 2023 student commencement speaker. This opportunity is a true honor and beyond special to me, so sincerely thank all of you. To be completely honest, I never imagined myself standing here today. Growing up, I was a student who struggled a lot in the classroom. And these past few months preparing for graduation, I kept thinking about when I was in the 3rd grade in Mrs. Gasselberty's class. That entire year, I was always the last student in my class to finish the times table speed test. And bringing those failed tests back home, all my family I could think about was that we were certain college was probably not in the cards for me. But against all odds, here I am today, standing in Villanova blue and white, about to receive a diploma from one of the world's most prestigious universities. And now that I am here, as excited as I am to move to New York City, I really don't want it to end. Before 2017, I didn't know a single thing about Villanova. Honestly, I didn't even know it existed, even though we fully won an NCAA championship that year. That was until my older brother, Jose, began his college career here. I remember standing right over there at the intersection on Lancaster Avenue as our family toured the campus the spring before my brother's freshman year. My dad said to me in his stern voice, "Pon atención, porque esta universidad podría ser tuya también en un par de años," which translates to, "Pay attention, because this university might be yours too in a couple of years." My brother angrily and immediately said, "No, there's no way Jordy can come here. This is my school." Little did he know, right? Then came my senior year of high school, and it was my turn to travel the country and decide where I wanted to spend the next 4 years of my life. My parents obviously forced my brother to let me spend the weekend with him so I could get a feel for Villanova's campus and just experience what college life would be like. To this day, I have no idea what there is about this campus, but the moment I stepped foot here that weekend, I felt as if I were home. I felt safe. I felt happy. I mean, I imagine it's the exact same feeling Harry Potter felt when he first got to Hogwarts. And I know it's exactly how many of us here today felt their first time on campus. I'm not sure if it was the smell, that terrible smell in my brother's musty Sheehan Hall room that made me fall in love. Or more likely, it was how his friends greeted me at the door as if I were family. As if after 2 short years here, Jose was able to gain other brothers and sisters in his family. People that I didn't recognize at all, but I knew he would keep close to him for the rest of his life. I instantly knew that is what I wanted my college experience to be like. And I knew that if I came here, my brother and his new family would be like older siblings to me. And I would get to start my own Villanova family. All right, this is where it gets tricky. Please excuse me if I start crying. For this speech, I was actually explaining what impact the Villanova education has had on the class of 2023. I thought for days, and I could not come up with an answer that could encompass it entirely. I mean, I thought it was impossible to summarize our experience these past 4 years within, 4 minutes? Then I came across a quote by someone we were all familiar with here, St. Thomas Aquinas. He said, "To one who has faith, no explanation is necessary. To one without faith, no explanation is possible." Whenever I'm asked about my experience at Villanova from one who has never been here before, I find myself quickly saying it's really all about the people there. And I can tell you for certain that most of the time they just nod very awkwardly and confused because they've never been on campus or witnessed how the university has affected its community. So they have no faith. Therefore, no explanation is ever possible. However, when I speak with alumni, parents of my fellow peers, and even their siblings, they all get it. And no explanation is ever necessary. I want to briefly talk about my best friend, who may also be known as my mom, the most beautiful the most beautiful and most amazing mother. Hola, ma. I'm trying to avoid looking at her right now. A few months ago, I had told her I was doing a contest to be this year's student commencement speaker. From the beginning, she was super supportive, but after I found out that I had won, I had told her I had lost so that this moment could be a surprise for her. Thank you for always believing in me, Ma. Oh, God. Give me a second here. Thank you for always believing in me, Ma. I love you. She's 100% crying right now. I can see it. Consider this my Mother's Day gift since we weren't able to spend it together. My mom was born in the Dominican Republic, and so was my father. Let's go. The college culture is completely different there than it is here. They did not trust the college culture in America, but they believed it was important for their kids to do in order to have a secure future. And the only two things they knew about Villanova was that it would take 2 hours to drive here from home and how much the tuition was. That was it. And again, I'm going to be honest with everybody. I almost did not come to Villanova. I was very, very tempted to attend another private school in sunny southeast Florida that should not be named. And boy, when I gave my mother that news, she started crying. She did not want me to go there. She knew much less about that university than she did about Villanova. So that scared her. She had no faith in that place. And she had already spent 2 whole years placing her faith here in Villanova. To be fair, I would have been a completely different person if I did go there. As they always say, moms always know what's best for their kids. The point is, besides seeing my financial aid bill and my grades at the end of every semester, my parents don't really know exactly what goes on at Villanova. But they have faith in this place. Therefore, no explanation is ever necessary. And just as my family has faith in this place, every single family and community member sitting here today has faith in this place. And every single student wearing blue and white today has faith in Villanova. The nursing students have faith in their experience during clinicals to continue aiding and saving lives. I was waiting for that. The business students have faith in their study theories to improve our fast-changing economy. There you go. Come on, let's go. My fellow engineering students have faith. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's what I like to see. We have faith in the long, long laboratory reports we have written to help us innovate and sustain our green earth. The liberal arts and sciences students have faith in their education to continue bettering our society and discovering what is still undiscovered. And the professional studies students have faith in their program to enhance their value in the workplace. There they are. And I have faith and truly believe that every single student here today will change the world and impact it in ways nobody could have ever imagined. Although our professors have taught us an inconceivable number of lessons every single semester, I think the most important lesson we have all learned took us 4 whole years to fully grasp, and that is the value of our time. It feels just yesterday we were all in our orientation groups very awkwardly getting to know each other and playing super cringy icebreaker games. And as nostalgic as that may make us feel right now, we can all now agree how important it is to be patient and enjoy every single moment. The future is very unpredictable, and there's no way to know how many more of these moments we'll get. And what is the purpose of achieving success if your journey was not enjoyable? These past 4 years will always be known as some of the most beautiful years of our lives. And originally, I told myself I would give literally anything to relive them over and over again without changing a single thing. Sorry, except maybe our sophomore year because of COVID. But as great as college was for us, and as much as we don't want to walk away from this place, it is time for us to explore the world with the tools we have gained here. And the only advice I can give you is to have faith in yourself and what you have learned. Always carry Villanova's name with pride. And the only advice I can give you is to have faith in yourself and what you have learned. Sit back and enjoy those cringy icebreaker games. And always carry Villanova's name with pride, because we will forever be Wildcats. Thank you. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2023.
Congratulations, class of 2023. I am so incredibly proud of you. We did it. We made it through.
What I'll miss most about Villanova when I graduate is having that community. Knowing that you always have friends, you always have staff, you always have people here who look for your better well-being.
The second I stepped foot on campus, the people were just so nice and genuinely wanted you to experience their love for Villanova and find your own path here. Without it, I don't think I'd be the person I am today.
I remember my freshman year, they really emphasized becoming what you were not yet. And I think that Villanova has allowed me to become what I was not yet, but I know that I'm always growing, and Villanova's really enforced that.
Villanova has definitely taught me how to become a better leader. No matter what race, religion, background you are, it's important that all people here at Villanova and around the world are represented here on campus.
Villanova has taught me so much. It's taught me a lot about myself, how to be confident. It's taught me to live in the present and cherish every single moment. I've learned to seek adventures and never take anything for granted, and that I can make change happen if I put my mind to it, that we all can.
I think I've learned that I can do hard things and that tough times don't last, but tough people really do.
I've definitely learned that the sky is the limit going forward.
Villanova is always going to feel like home because of the community that's here, and I know that we'll always come back and we'll always reconvene.
I always love to say that the thing that makes a home is the people that are in it, not the place. I have found my people here. No matter where we go, whatever state we move to, or whatever job we have, they'll always be with me because we'll always have the Villanova experience to share together.
I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister for helping me get where I am.
I have to thank my family 1,000 times over, my mom and my dad, for continuing to support me every step of the way, my professors and my classmates and my friends who just showed up for me every single time and helped me understand tough concepts in the classroom and just in life. And I am the person that I am today because of them.
I'd like to thank my professors and the faculty and staff here at Villanova. You know, it's easy to be forgotten in a big school, but you guys have always made sure that you know who I am, and you've supported me in the classroom every single day, as well as outside of it, helping me find professional support. So thank you so much for that.
Congratulations, class of 2023. We are all going to do amazing things, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds.
Congratulations, class of 2023. I'm so proud of you. Stay restless, be bold, be love, and stay gold.
Congratulations, class of 2023. We made it. Fees up.
Each year at Villanova, we customarily grant an honorary degree to an individual or individuals who in their fields have truly ignited change with this special recognition. It is my privilege to introduce Dr. Tom Kizak, Associate Professor of Communications, to present this year's honorary degree recipient.
Veritas, unitas, caritas. Truth, unity, love. Those three words define not only what it means to be a Villanovan, but also what it means to be a great journalist. In an age where the institution of journalism faces a growing crisis of trust, and our nation and world can seem to grow ever more divided, Lester Holt stands as a beacon of truth, committed to connecting people, giving voice to the voiceless, holding power to account, and standing up to injustices. It's no surprise that he was recently named the most trusted television news personality in America. Most of you know Lester Holt as anchor of NBC Nightly News, the network's flagship evening newscast, and a position that signals the pinnacle of one's career in broadcast journalism. When he took over that role in 2015, he became the first Black person to anchor a weekday network nightly newscast. With a career in journalism spanning over 4 decades, he has led NBC News coverage of the COVID-19 pandemic, moderated presidential debates, including the first of 2016, which was the most watched presidential debate in American history, interviewed countless world leaders, and covered every Olympics since 2002. In short, if something is happening in the world that matters to people, Lester Holt is covering it. Lester Holt was recently named Journalist of the Year by the National Association of Black Journalists in recognition of his storied career marked by a commitment to truth, unity, and love. He has won multiple Emmys and countless other prestigious journalism awards, including the Edward R. Murrow Award for Lifetime Achievement and the Robert F. Kennedy Journalism Award, given for transformative work in the pursuit of a more just and peaceful world. Father President, for providing neutral, balanced reporting in a growing era of partisan journalism, for bringing communities together in times of tragedy and disaster through boots-on-the-ground reporting, and for tirelessly working to shine a spotlight on injustices, especially through his groundbreaking work covering criminal justice reform. It is with great honor that I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, Mr. Lester Holt.
In the name of the Board of Trustees and the faculty of Villanova University, I confer upon you, Mr. Lester Holt, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Hello. I got to tell you, I am so glad I'm here. I am so glad I'm here. And Jordy, my friend, you rocked it. You're a tough act to follow. Thank you. Father Peter, Dr. Majidi, members of the Villanova Board of Trustees, university leadership, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, families, friends, and of course graduates, good afternoon. Nice to see you. It is an honor and privilege to be here at Villanova's 180th commencement. Thank you for this degree. It is so powerful to be part of this great school's legacy, to be one with all of you on this day. This is the 5th college commencement I've spoken at over the years. Each one fills me with a sense of wistfulness. You see, I never completed my college education. I've never made the walk to this stage that you were about to, and I haven't tossed a cap since my high school graduation. Okay, last chance. You still sure you want me to speak? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, we're all good? All right. See, this degree, automatic street cred. How cool is that? To be clear, what I just shared with you is not an expression of regret. It's more of a statement about the choices we make in life and what we do with them going forward. To reach this point, you have already made plenty of choices. In some cases, the consequences of those choices were predictable and they played out in real time in your lives. But you will learn others will play out across a lifetime, and you have to prepare yourself for that. Much of who I am today, at least professionally, is shaped by that decision back in 1979 to suspend my studies and pursue a job in radio news. Sure, 40 years plus later, it looks like a pretty wise decision, a no-brainer. Things worked out well. But at that moment, I was taking a considerable gamble with my future in terms of opportunities. And believe it or not, I still revisit that decision every so often. Obviously, I don't hide from it, but neither do I dwell on it. So, as I look at all of you, the class of 2023, I think not so much about my missed experiences, but about how proud I felt watching my sons graduate from college. And I find myself reflecting on their journeys and what many of you must be feeling at this moment. Parents, I have sat where you are. I know it seems like yesterday you helped move them into their freshman dorms, probably with a minimum of 3 trips to IKEA, I'm guessing. And you weathered that awkward moment when they were trying to figure out how to nicely get you to leave. It's getting late, road's gonna be dark. Well, guess what? Now it's you who will have to figure out how to get them to leave your spare bedroom. Remember, unemployment is down to 3.4%. They will find a job. They will get their own place in good time, okay? Although it may not come with the chef and housekeeper that they enjoy now. I suppose each generation is defined by the events that occur around them, some more memorable and more dire than others. My sons were children of 9/11, middle and high schoolers back then, and eyewitnesses to some of the horrors of that day. You are a generation forged in part by a different dark chapter in our history, the pandemic, which directly shaped your college experience. It wasn't what you imagined or planned for, but you adapted. You opened your eyes to new ways of learning, and here you are today, imbued with the strength and the faith that is at the beating heart of the Augustinian tradition and of this great university. Class of 2023, congratulations. We are so incredibly proud of you. Now, I talked about choices a moment ago. Some are made for us, not by us. They are things that we cannot change, but things that should stay with us if we're going to learn from them. During the height of the pandemic, we all learned a lot about science. Boy, did we learn about science. mRNA, strains, herd immunity. But we also learned a lot about sociology and psychology. The varying degrees of human behavior and response to a shared threat. How easily we carved out different paths against an onrushing threat. Uh-oh, he's veering into politics. Here we go. No, don't worry. Relax. As a journalist, though, I need to talk here about how we communicate and how we learn to find and value truth. We will face new threats or frightening challenges in our lifetimes. We will need your historical perspective of how we got through this one and to relay the lessons of what can happen when communications and trust fails us at a moment of great peril. When I was named anchor of NBC Nightly News back in 2015, the thing that surprised me most was how suddenly everybody thought I was wiser and I knew a lot of stuff. Admittedly, it might have been the graying hair that fooled them, but it was pretty awe-inspiring. During the height of the pandemic, I got a lot of people asking me, are we going to be all right? I appreciate the trust in me that's implied in that question. And I do seek those answers. This role affords me access to many people of power and influence. I've traveled all over the world to hotspots near and far. I lead a broadcast with deep connections and resources. Our job is to get answers, to uncover and deliver the facts. But my answer to those broader questions like, are we going to be okay? I have to say, I don't know. I don't know. It's a surprisingly difficult thing to say for someone who spends each day providing answers to millions of people on a lot of topics. It's hard to say it, especially in a society that seems to thrive on sharp opinion and absolutisms and shuns nuance. Flip the channels tonight and you will hear a cacophony of righteousness, voices across the ideological spectrum defending this position or that position with unflinching certainty. Smart people. In that world, we know exactly how to fix the migrant crisis. We can determine guilt from innocence before a jury hears a case. And boy, we know exactly what motivates people, all in that world. Nobody wants to be the guy in the back of the room who feels like they are the only one who hasn't figured out the answer. But guess what? Chances are neither have the guys in the front rows. Until we can acknowledge what we don't know, we can't possibly be asking the right questions. You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. Your aim should be to be the one asking for more information, the one audacious enough to say, I don't know. Another question I'm often asked focuses on something I cover every day. How do we heal the divide in America? For the record, that is a hard I don't know, but I will throw out some thoughts on the subject. I'm obviously an active participant and a defender of the freedom of speech. Our ability to express ourselves, our ideas and beliefs are core to who we are. But sometimes, I wonder if a little less talking might serve us better in some circumstances. Asking smart questions, searching for the truth, learning to spot the red herrings are critically important. But I worry that listening gets short shrift. When I say listening, I'm speaking of more than just hearing words, but hearing the meaning and the perspective and the experiences of others. Boy, that's almost as scary as I don't know, because it may require you to hear what you may be afraid to hear. That peace that threatens to disrupt your carefully arranged worldview, resist that feeling. Find the courage. Learn to listen with your mouth closed. All that said, we do need your voice. We need your voice to speak for knowledge. We need your voice to speak for justice and for truth. We need your voice to speak for civility. But sometimes we just need your reason, your sober thinking, thoughts born of learning and real experience that elevate our problem solving. And know that not everything requires an instant, immediate response. Take a chance, learn to pause, to be silent, to pick your moment based on knowledge and full understanding. Foster informed debate. We have never had more capable tools of communication at our disposal. So why is it so hard for us to communicate? Maybe because those tools do not include a restraint button, other than the one that says log off, and we're not touching that one. Everything we see, read, and hear about seems to demand our opinion, our immediate validation, a like, as if that makes whatever they're talking about so. I know those comment sections below an article of interest beckon loudly, but ask yourself, is your voice really needed at this moment, on this topic, or will it further power the treadmill of anger and mistrust that we're stuck on? The knee-jerk inclinations to sound off on everything, irrespective of a full set of facts or useful information, is at the heart of not just what divides us, but what can harden us. What would happen if you started saying, I don't know, or give me a moment, I need more time, I need more information? Would Twitter grind to a halt? Would stopping to listen occasionally, asking a few questions, applying some critical thinking skills leave you on the outside? My job requires me to interview a lot of notable figures. I usually prepare for the interviews by wading through a lot of research and then kind of forming a blueprint of questions that I hope will challenge the interview subject or steer them into new ground. Experience has taught me that the key to a successful news-making interview is not necessarily the questions I ask, but what I call the reveals. That moment when you resist thinking about what's my next question on the list, and you just listen. And you hear the moment that someone reveals something new, something they've never said publicly before, a policy change, a new direction, an admission, something that can change the direction of the interview and enhance its news value. All thanks to a questioner's most powerful tool, their ears. Following the conversation where it takes you, not how you thought it would play out. In other words, kind of like the way life works. You guys have had a fine education. You've been supported by a rich community of scholars these many years, blessed by devoted families and a caring faculty and staff. But as it has been said before, the learning starts now, if only you go in search of the truth, using all the tools of effective communication. And let me conclude with this. In my role, I may not know all the answers, but I think I know this. Class of 2023, you're going to be all right. God bless you all. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Holt, for those great words. And now, graduates of the class of 2023, your moment is at hand. The President will now begin the conferral of degrees, which is the centerpiece of this ceremony. We will announce the names of each of the graduates of the class of 2023. As a reminder, I would ask all of the other graduates to remain respectful so that family members and all graduates can enjoy this experience as we move through the list of names. The graduates of the College of Professional Studies will be presented by Dr. Christine Pallas, Dean of the college.
Candidates who are approved for associate's and bachelor's degrees in the College of Professional Studies will please rise and remain standing as you are able until their degrees have been conferred. Father President, it is my pleasure to present the candidates from the college who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive a degree from Villanova University.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of Villanova University, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Graduates of the College of Professional Studies, please come forward.
DeChanel Bailey Castillo, Lydia Agosto, Alice Monique Ford, Shelby Ann Myers, Ingrid Ramirez Lees, Diana Francis Wizorek, Josephita Ojeda, Danielle N. McCullough, Todd Robinson, Erin Colleen Smith, Mary Grace Salamone, William Keller, Michael DeMaio, Luke Adam Myers, Liam Higgins, James Anthony Gorman, Alexandra Griffin, Zachary Allen Brooks, Robert Joseph O'Reilly Ginhart II, Monte G. Roundtree, Ama L. Jones, Hermina Wilson, Sharon Wilkinson, Cherry Lynn Potente, Michelle Teresa Augustini,
The graduates of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. I lost my spot there. Will be presented by Dean Adele Lindenmeyer, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Once again, I'd ask you all to remain respectful and attentive as we move through the list of names. Dr. Lindenmeyer.
Candidates who are approved for bachelor's degrees in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, will you please rise and remain standing as you are able until your degrees have been conferred. Father President, it is my pleasure to present the candidates from the college who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive a degree from Villanova University.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of Villanova University, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Graduates of the College of Liberal Arts and Studies, please come forward.
Christopher Ryan Spada, Megan Cassidy Rivardo, William James Donovan I, Luke John DiNatale, Derek Richard Latman, Joseph Cuesta Craninger, Casey Ann Gartland, Jules Raphael Blaustein, Camille Catherine Norman, Rocco Michael Migliaccio, Sophia Lapre Kryza, Matthew Sinnott, Michaela Jean Stadler, Ryan James Harris, Molly Shannon, Evan Daniel Anderson, Sarah Beidelman, Nicholas Stephen Anderson, Camille Brandon Vickers, Julia Marie Barbieri, Amanda Isabel Rivera Gonzalez, Emma Catherine Kryza, Ramota Alatunji, Jake Sanft, Daniel James Alexander, John Patrick Loftus, Samuel Rivas, Patrick Riss, Robin Denise Castle, Jacob Robert Meisel, Grace Elizabeth Nero,
Rebecca Snow,
Alexandra Shea Jones, Elizabeth Welker Ebling, Noah Sloboda Rimza, Joseph Holland, Ricciardi Martinez, Graciela Marie Petrelli, Adriana Ivalise Ogando, Hannah Eileen Ponteri, Miriam Chirkawi, Megan Elizabeth Russelman, Gabriella Mary Cardona, Grace L. Sedlazek, Ritika Chamlagai, Anya Elizabeth Gudorf, Bonnie Jasmine Puya, Hillary Taylor O'Neill, Nisat Saima, Caitlin Marie Lynch, Adamola Odenlami, Aaron Joseph Levan, Robert Daniel Lagan, Samantha Jean O'Hara, Philip Choi, Ryan Lynn, John Michael Delvecchio, Raymond Berinsky, Morgan Kimberly McCartney, Ethan Colin Kripe, Isabel Helen Vieira, Devin O. Cronin, Eleanor Rose Dever, Bella June Yedman, Claire Elizabeth Anderson, Caitlin Rose Eddy, Ashley Jordan Hobart, Dominic G. Holcomb, Aiden Patrick Fecco, Alexander Richard Swartz, Olivia Marie Pestella, Salko Hrnjic, Catherine Lorraine Maffa, Xavier Jabril Godot, Colin Arlo Proctor, Liam Peter Woods, Serena Noel Matos, Annabelle Mary Murray, Lauren Elizabeth Picard, Zachary Tipton, Alexandra Bayless Petrosi, Nicholas Downing, Edward Mason McCann, Jacob Alec Arts, Seamus John Daniello, Joshua Owen Mold, John Griffin Shawley, Daniel James White, Isabella Maria Valentino, David Clifton Giannini, Nicole Catherine Gromadski, Nicholas Bruno Castellano, Julia Schmuckler, Ashley Ann Peterson, Becca Jacobson, Hannah Matilda Brossman, Janessa Nicole Nault, Constance Marie Louise Violet, Angelina Mary Joseph, Eileen Hedgen Park, Elena Jessica Martin, Eric John Eugene Lavin, Emma Catherine Green, Joseph B. Sullivan, Colleen Marie O'Connor, Anna Claire Roberts, Ruth Asland Camius, Thomas Neal Sigel, Anna Valentina Way, Allison Elizabeth Heltz, Manuela Ospina, Kathy Nguyen, Zui Vu, Shelby Maria Bettendorf, Nguyen Bao Anh, Michaela Ann Juscalian, Yen Hai Win, Erin Catherine Welch, Christopher Edward Stewart, Julia Ramsey, Themia Marie Tonelli, Luke Patrick Kania, Brent Allen Villano, Robert James Bruss, Fred J. Kim, Hunter Michael Clark, Nikki Merrill, Erica Scales, Harry William Wozniak, Cecile Schuler, Mia Catherine Hamill, Gianna Nicole Lewis, Ryan Vaughn, Serena Lily Sandwell, Carter Andrew Schmidt, Sylvia Marie Olland, Donovan Alexander Hill, Lindsay Candace Kuzma, Melanie Raquel McQueen, Ryan Derry, Matthew Baravecchio, Allison Ann Bayada, Alexander James Howell, Ashling Mary Grace McGuire, Dane Syshawn Hoffman, Liliana Corey Alicia, Ryan Trevor Crowley, Susan Gabrielle Wanjugu, Mackenzie Faith Smith, Robert Anthony Bush, Calvin Presley Jr., Julia Lavinia Magazoo Dolan, Joya Simone McKinney, Michaela May Lemolay, Jalen Labar Howard, Olumaroti Tejumade Adewale, Isabel Ann Siobhan Catalanello, Sulu Liu, Jackie Carroll, Sky Ashlyn Archibald, Anya Speaker, Rachel Andrina Batista, Jack Drennan, Olivia Sophia Montañez, Lanmai T. Dunn, Jasha Monique Washington, Jongbin Park, Cora Williams, Henry Tao, Nicole Xiong, Wallace Ruan, Bernard Francis Saul, Jaden Adrian Christopher Rowling, Gavin Thorpe Durham, D. Will Barley, Justin Reed Clark, Jaquan Neil Omari Allen, Timothy Edward Ruth, Rajon Pringle, Stevie Jones, Jalen Jackson, Mason Reale, Jalen McKay Goodman, Daniel John Mezzalingua, Elijah Q. Glover, Madison Kabawa, Tecristiolua Ayo Derugier, Alexander Joseph Feza, Samantha Lee Legassi, Matthew Vincent Gaetano, Asha Mohammed, Patrick Francis Lyons, Tamia Giannis Sarate, Siobhan M. Dillon, Eric Julius Dixon, Frank John Samudis III, Justin Moore, Mary Elizabeth Balbone Noshin, Christopher Archidiacono, Shannon Margaret Cobber, Yu Chen Bai, Marguerite Gwen Lalo, Zhu Pong Chen, Thomas Casper, Jia Hua He, Dakota Chung Greco, Ruslan Aminov, Andrew Charles Bakey, Garrett Michael Bosco, Henry George Meyer, Caitlin Elizabeth Santamaria, Michael Amato Tarallo Jr., Emiliana M. Vesperis, Ryan Thomas Americo Farnham, Alexandra Rose Spano, Emmett Patrick Scanlon, Alyssa Marie Christensen, Kelton O'Brien Frimmel, Avelina Marie Petrie, Christine Mia Darty, Tess Kogan, Lauren Elizabeth Beiser, Michelle Christine Danigelis, Catherine Marie Farrell, Danielle Armitage, Pilar Weiser, Jessica P. Marasco, Julia Mastino, Corey Andrew Dotter, Angelo Pierre Gillot, Claire E. Richardson, Lucy Wong, Charlotte Davy Bora, Clay Davis, Madeline Tulia McCarthy, Jonathan Michael Sullivan, Olivia Taylor Krause, Luis Antonio Rosario, Kara Ann Dempsey, Juliana Sophia Goycoyachia, Erica Danielle Brunson, Alexa Diane Thompson, Gabriella Lee, Sabrina Salertosh, Ashley Elizabeth Nganda Ochefu, Andrew Michael Portis, Olivia Francis McNulty, Andrew Lennon McSheffrey, Cecilia Margaret Stokeham, Sai Pradosh Ramrajesh, Taylor Francis Dione,
Sarah Angeline Wynot, Kira Marie Caverly, Olivia Rose Conoscenti, Connor Joseph Hamill, Olivia Jane Dunn, Danera Mejia, Lily Grace Pryor, Joseph Patrick Lamorte, Anne Connolly Polino, Christina Michelle Tooley, Lauren E. Steinthal, Maria Alejandra Molina Funes, Jeffrey Papazian, Miriam Harity, Jack Christopher Baker, Blake Preston Brown, John William Kraft, Michael Powers Lynett, Michael Spencer Curto, Jeremy H. Weinstein, Carter William Strid, Brian Gregory Langa, Elise Nicole Pelletier, Joseph Anthony Sachi, Ava Scott Lundell, Mateo Vicente Ugarte, Phoebe Sterling Brewer, Victoria Jacqueline Bruce, Thomas Patrick DeStephanis, Julia Kate Stanisi, Grace Scott Lundell, Sarah Stephanie Wisniewski, Charlotte Crew Fanning, Felicia Anna Bassiano, Isabella Marjorie Waterhouse, Megan Elizabeth Cantillon, Grace Hamilton Trabia, Kelly Sandra Barker, Peter G. Vena Pedersen, Elizabeth Jane Corney, Garrett Quinn McGinnis, Grace Louise Yang, Regan Patrick Paris, Ashton Ryan Wright, Mark Patrick Cowan, Emma Frances Cabana, Brent Kierton McGrath, Reagan Elizabeth Carlin, Sophia Andrea Sim, Amanda Maria Mulligan, Emma Margaret Guzzi, Angelisa Marie Russert, Madeline Julia Cerulli, Emily Rose Friedman, Catherine Ann Reed, Regan Elizabeth Carroll, Juliana Elizabeth Perry, Sarah Davy O'Sullivan Bakshi, Catherine Mary Mayer, Helen Elizabeth Bascom, Christina Kurian, Angela Lee, Michaela Mary Sheets, Elizabeth L. Loudermilk, Julia G. Hui Bettigheimer, Cameron Joe Corman, Juliana Clear, Emily Elizabeth Devlin, Lauren Margaret Jones, Heather Noel Heffernan, Samantha C. White, Nina Rose Holloway, Claire Jean Schroeder, Sarah Till Campbell, Grace Gentle, Catherine Leslie Hamilton, Justin John Miranda, Caroline Elizabeth Kelly, Claire Olivia Finley,
Strickland Ann Schumacher, Stephen Aaron Sloan, Ava Noel Eaton, Justin C. Karach, Isabella Madruga, Mackenzie Ann Baird, Caroline Ann Kinkella, Natalie Anderson, Ryan Rufo, Boran B.Y. Gurur, Terrence Chandler Mahone, James Francis Conti, Harold Clark Lewis III, Catherine Ann Dewanzik, James Francis Cashwell, Haley Josephine English, Zachary Scott Kamitsky, Haley Nofi, Grace Abigail McDermott, Michael Christian Davis, Eleanor Noon, Jacob Tuck, Hannah Quinn Murphy, Liam Francis Holloway, Molly Louise McKenna, Patrick John Costello, Maya Christine Gruitt, Truett Carstetter, Olivia Rose Darley, Ryan Nicholas Jordan, Catherine Sabina Burke, Andrew Johnson, Olivia Marie Niote, William McKeon, Michaela Desay, Jocelyn Miranda Barreto, Jason Maxwell Yu, Shekinah Faith Vergara Yanis, Caroline Vanessa Patafio, Liam Patrick Shea, Jade Singh, Kathleen Elizabeth Lee, Mary Patricia Nikakis, Katie Elizabeth Canine, Abigail Holly Chan, Laura Knowlton Moore, Casey Rose Kniff, Emma Grace Garrity, Keeneland Drew Kilgore, Molly Mook, Madeline Workla, Gabriella Bevel, Darby Ann Severe, Madeline Rose McClay, Catherine E. Collar, Tommaso Joy, Shannon Marie Brown, William Patrick Holman, Catherine Grace McCullough, Jane Caroline Brunel, Jessica Joan Jarasek, Audrey Elizabeth Trussell, Lauren Marie Corey, Emma Karis Giancola, Trinity D. Murphy, Thomas Robert Lynch, Anna O'Brien, William Harrison McNay, Megan Gaughan, Rachel Vital Westcott, Emma Elizabeth Groth, Annie Un-Young Song, Michael F. Hayes, Jamie Cha, Alexandria Jeray Stinchfield, Diane Sol-Hee Kim, Jonathan K. Lane, James William Profiter, Aiden B. Todorov, Grace Elizabeth DeSorbo, Catherine Claire Wood, Sabrina Ann Doherty, Lindsay Marie Larrabee, Emma Christine McMahon, Jake Bayer McIntyre, Ian Michael Newman, Margaret Therese Kleinsmith, Michael Alex Eve, Erin Marie Coleman, Brandon Kyle Atiles, Vincent Matthew Ianello, Anthony R. Paslis, Emma Genevieve Dowd, Julia Ann Herman, Anna O'Keefe, Brendan Barry, Cameron Kaiser Castelli, James R. Vizza, Kendall Hayes, Sela Morgan Andrews, Sienna Massiantonio, Lucas J. Lovekin, Isabel M. Creedon, Oliver O'Neill Slater Pons, Jessica Lynn Lano, Hunter Dixon, Tara Elizabeth Nichols, Ashley Taylor Mulhare, Natalie Margaret O'Connor, Madeline Hagan, Catherine Ann Chemnitz, Caroline M. Kane, Daniel Patrick DeMeo, Grace Elizabeth Lairdison, Nathan Thomas Ruddy, Kylie O'Leary Lawler, Joseph Stephen Reed, Carolyn Lacana, Alexander Lane Denemy, Nicole Marie Keene, Aidan Warner Burke, Emma Louise Thompson, Lily Claire Gesson, Paige Lauren Hennigy, Sydney Alexandra Porter, Kyle Robert Gustafson, Penn Boucher, Nicholas Wells Hennebree, Nicole Sellis, Ariana Rose Nera, Christian David Saldana, Olivia Caitlin Konitsky, Sean Michael Sautner, Ava Marie Donatucci, Olivia Jose Sabalaski, Caitlin Aaron Myers, Karina Noel Zakarian, Megan Lael McCarthy, John Charles Bachelor, Jacqueline Nicole Molin, Aiden Patrick Daniels, Madeline Ray Wujek, Brendan Thomas Leveroni, Aaron Dwyer, John Manahan, Allie Mackenzie Binder, Jonathan Jack Philip Sandman, Molly Ann Carrero, Thomas J. Dillon, Riley Marie Graney, Daniel Ross Sigmund, Michelle Iris Diamandi, Kate Dorothy Blażewski, Julia Alexandra Diamandi, Anna E. Monaco, Leah Marie Preshak, Jenna Maria DeLeo, Christina Isabel Croft Lopez Del Valle, Krina R. Shaw, Roberto Carlos Matos Figueroa, Sarah Margaret Goodhart, Carlos Rafael Garriga Santiago, Ryan Parker Lloyd, Emma Redican Cottage, Madison Wrigley Hacker, Isabella Grace Stone, Samantha Christina Macaluso, Madeline Margaret Johnson, Christina Rose Folan, Erica Marchianti, Michaela Nicole Covello, Annabelle A. Liu, Owen Beisler Previtt, Daniela Nicole Palladino, Jacob Dylan Basua, Matthew John Matolka, Matthew Thomas Culligan, Fiona Marie Gavin, Harriet Ivy Ruby Overend, Tori Angela Schmidt, Cara Ann Moreau, Morgan Turi, Molly Ann Dunphy, Abigail Lee Sullivan, Catherine Helen Field, Elise Catherine Miller, Adeline Kiernan Fisher, Kevin Richard Carney, Connor Francis Baggin, Kevin Robert O'Donnell, Matthew Antonio Marhefka, Charlotte Chase Davidson, Sophia Ann Pegg, Matthew Joseph Rosenberg, Alexander Kim, William Thomas Charlone, Daanbi Che, Kevin Francis O'Neill, Cynthia H. Chu, Peyton Lee Stauffer, Madeline Therese Lay, Anna Evelyn Kay, Ashley Lauren Haynes, Sophia Loretta McGowan, Andrew Keene, Adam Thayer, Cheyenne Na, Elena Noel Klatt, Michael Correa, Gwen Ellen Mack, Bridget Ann Castee, Anthony J. Flynn, Adam James Goggin, Ryan P. Lonergan, Joy Kim, Ben Lepore, Chang Shu O, William Thomas McGowan, Ajay Kumar, Mark Christopher Nyland, Peter Edward Varela, Race Gunnar DePenty, Naja N. Gray, Anthony A. Cassis, Dana Michael Allison, Dylan Joseph McMahon, Jenna Marie Joyce, Matthew Daniel Minerva, Anastasia Galanu, Lucas Scott Latrenta, Madeline Rose Sheeter, Julianne Leslie Weiss, Isabel Morgan, Juliana Horton Schoenmaker, Caitlin Jade Van Goverden, Sarah Louise Galperin, Hannah Arsenia Barsky, Colin David O'Leary, Claire Ann Borman, Caitlin Suzanne Marchek, Sarah Rita Hecht, Jillian Nancy Goober, Grace Elizabeth Cully, Lauren Renee Cacciavellani, Dorothy Jacobus Callard, Juliana Trocoli, Lauren Marie Pezzi, Emma Cecilia Gudino, Jessica Marie Becker, Marika Catherine Yang, Olivia Pasquale, Catherine M. McCusker, Isabella Catherine Gooley, Caroline English Shea, Molly Margaret Baker, Sarah Park, Anne-Marie Caffrey Manti, Caroline Mairead Kane, Kayenna Carly Clerfay, Margaret Ann Scala, Faith Robinson, Martina Garate Griot, Danielle Alexa Dabrowski, Faith Margaret Kisker, Courtney Rose Rubertone, Regan Elizabeth Montefusco, Mariana Zejas, Lois Vorbach, Elise Diana Adernato, Sydney Harris, Noah Michael Swan, Remy Philo Peskin, Stephen W. Terry, Sarah Susan Stroud, Hannah Marie Starner, Victoria Star Spugnardi, Sophia Capasso Pedro, Abigail May Mastrantoni, Dana Lee Deacon, Hannah Eames Rice, Jordan Christine Case, Keely B. Likoski, Olivia Rose Gordon, Lindsay Judith Cook, Anna Marie Darling, Abigail Burrell, Grace Margaret Fleming, Aubrey Edward Mackay, Alexis Helene Martin, Jordan Lee Meyer, Caitlin Coleman Martin, Dylan Patrick Keating, Lauren Jane Jobs, Sarah Houle, Claire O'Neill Broderick, Anna Marie Bryce, Elsie Bell Hauser, Elizabeth Ann Fitzgerald, Michaela Nicole Leopizzi, Kirsten Elizabeth Damore, Emily Mairead Pintorelli, Morgan J. Panzerer, Estefania Margarita Mendoza, Hallie Christine Beach, Ava G. Giaquinto, Eden Genevieve Vanslet, Erin Elizabeth Ahern, Claire Rose Kelly, Alexander Joseph Prasaki, Ryan Elizabeth O'Sullivan, Nathaniel Carter Roman, Carolyn Emma Riley, Jason Paul Luzzy, Elena Catherine Rouse, Daniel Thomas Zelch, Megan Lapchak, Julia Marie Butch, Isabella Ann Kovar, Hannah M. Cho, Gray William Ricca, Andrea Marie Genualdi, Marcus Roberto Brenes, Jocelyn Ann Berry, Colin Walker Ford, Stephanie Alexis Cravens, Stephen Sansone, Grayson Elizabeth Varon Pruitt, Thomas Wang, Justin William Rush, Noah Riley Marshall, John Kissner Drozdick, Margaret Smith, Kyle Brendan MacDonald, Anna Mark Helwig, Zachary William Boyer, Madison Martinez, Aaron Audrey Nielsen, Sean Michael Dolan, Stephanie Grace Fernandez, Miller Anderson, Julia Grace Redpath, Matthias Powell, Bryn Elise McNellis, Joshua David Chai, Allison Rose Dyer, Angela Strelovitz, Vedant Patel, Sarah Van Fleet, Wyatt Henry Hummel, Claire Seski, Jacob Connor Walton, Jane Keeley Montague, Matthew Sage O'Connor, Brooke Lynn Mullen, John Robert Stanton, Emily G. Morrissey, Julia Rose Brennan, Veronica Will Glick, Michael Isaac Dawson Annan, Carolina Resende, Kunj Patel, Caitlin Danielle Smith, Cameron Joseph Hall,
Adam Samuel Price,
Derek M. Wilson, Joshua P. Matthew, Michael Anthony Kukalo III, Declan Gore, Maxwell Goki, Nicholas Patrick Federico, Gabriel Antonio Rodriguez, Jack Christopher Mayrides, Joseph John Hassan IV, Ann Gilmore Holmes, James Joseph Finnerty IV, Jacob Matthew Chandler, Nicholas Charles Buffalino, Nicholas Robert Bezone, Richard John Lackey III, John Angelella, Frank J. Rauscher IV, Ria Patel, Emma Claire Wujek, Rachel Janice Reardon, Alexis Blake Tramontano, Megan Elizabeth Talgisi, Catherine Ann Mix, Catherine Grace Polachek, Mackenzie Ann Epperson, Christina Veronica Oakes, Emma Lee Garner, Kristen Joy Olson, Jordan Marie Del Orfis, Caroline Maria Ramundo, Erin Elena Brockmeyer, Cassidy Grace King, Abby Narvaez, Sophia Rose Diver, Fiona Rose Doherty, Alexandra Marie Valvano, Marie Elise Mullen, Olivia Nakshaban, Ajay Brianna Robinson, Mackenzie Jane Nemchek, Ezekiel Alexander Lee Hopkins, Jordan Marie Hicks, Kiana Marie Carbone, Vanessa Lynn Long, Nina Grace Williams, Jamie Macaulay Waters Mwendwa, Colin Finn Lilly, Emma Victoria Rivas Vasquez, Lucas Alexander Dean, George Anthony Williams, Noah James Hughes, Christopher Saul Cruz, Anna Christine Price, Francesca Elizabeth Guerrera, Annabelle Headley Mack, Hannah Grace Phelan, Hannah Ray Young, Shannon Rose Foley, Liliana Camille Coolez, Anna Francesca Jankowski, Grace Ann Curran, Julia Marie Miklow, Mary Kilmartin, Nicholas Rudyardo Bacani, Olivia Francis Sumberak, Mark Christopher Monaco, Joshua Lapine, Justin T. Lowe, Daniel Wisniewski, Luis Alfonso Nadal Rosselli, Jason A. Hong, Juan Alberto Salich Helibert, Cameron Lomerson, Cecile Marie Velez Casasnovas, Fiona Elizabeth Kelly, Lourdes Alexandra Perez, Kevin Thomas Conway, Nicole Marie Polish Barras, Sean Michael Volpe, Wilson Friend, Brandon Catanzaro, John Colgan Oslander, Margaret Rose Kavanaugh, Benjamin Coffin Mazaret, Jennifer Rose Mahoney, Michael John Peretta, Edward Chiswick Camel, Clifford Herdrich Pribble, David Lang Comerford Jr., Ioana Tasia Turchescu, William Douglas Eakes, Holly Lucia Griffith, Andrew Monreal, Catherine Rose Edmondson, John Stephen Colosimo, Olivia Grace Fedio, Casey Edward Shager, Christian T. DeRiggs, Catherine Ann Carrigan, Christian Amado Olvera, Sophia Nancy Lopez, Christine Ann Espejo Rivera, Rachel Elizabeth Reiniger, Veronica Garzon, Christina Marie Aaron, Megan Elizabeth Tumulty, Bronwyn Avery Mock, Tiffany Min, Eleanor Hawley Dalsass, Madeline Scolio, Rebecca Ann McDonough, Rory Patrick Dunnigan, Gisette Marina Baquette, Bridget Catherine MacDonald, Abigail Elise Patchell, Violet Olivia Bennett, Callie Commudi, Leah London Caitlin Marsh, Ariani Mercedes Reyes Espinal, Emily Ann Surrett, Elizabeth S. Isaula Mejia, Rajatvir Singh, Gregory Sean Smith II, Manjobin Singh Hundal, Joshua Zion Buxton, Cameron Chase Scott,
Congratulations to the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. You may now be seated. You may now be seated. For everyone else, please know that's our largest college.
Thank you all for
Thank
you all for coming. Goodbye.
The graduates of the M. Louise Fitzpatrick College of Nursing will be presented by Dr. Donna Sullivan Havens, the Connolly Endowed Dean of the College. Once again, we ask you to remain respectful and attentive as we move through the list of names.
Thank you. Candidates who are approved for bachelor's degrees in the College of Nursing will please rise and remain standing as you are able until their degrees have been conferred. Father President, it is my pleasure to present the candidates from the college who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive a degree from Villanova University.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of Villanova University, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Congratulations. Graduates of the M. Louise Fitzpatrick College of Nursing, please come forward.
Stephanie Huang, Natalia Clara Matar, Christabel Asamoah Bansu, Emily Susan Reddy, Kultra Zabiku, Julia Rose Totoro, Chloe Irene Smith, Julia Lamar, Domenica Villegas, Jacqueline Elizabeth Hemp, Naomi Tegeni, Kate Marlia Watrell, Timothy Mark Jacobowski, Shannon Mary Brady, Kenneth Chan Tan, Elizabeth Grace Thompson, Emily Michelle Holland, Gabrielle Elise Sasso, Maria H. Lynch, Kylie Elizabeth Barton, Alexandra Elizabeth Natali, Kiva Fay, Caitlin Marie Fisher, Anna Rose Stager, Jane Stillwell, Lauren Elizabeth Markell, Mackenzie Elizabeth Smith, Emily Mariah Gallagher, Martina Teresa Morell, Allison Michelle Dorsey, Olivia Jean Frizzell, Claudia Grace Campolo, Mary Kathleen Sweeney, Daniel Shane Walla, Johanna Joy B. McCabe, Daniel Alexander Doherty, Carly Renee Van Camp, Kimberly Ann Barbrough, Joseph Casenza, Abigail Grace Carnes, Gabrielle Monty, Catherine Flanagan, Jasmine Huang, Anne Elizabeth Ferry, Andrew Tony Choi, Catherine Marie Wise, Grace Christine Johnston, Emma Elizabeth Cahaley, Alexis G. Cohn, Emily Ann Martin, Alexa Kate Wanovich, Tatum Alexandra Litzinger, Margaret Ann Mick, Celia Marie Argerio, Kathleen Michelle Johnson, Juliana Antonia Russo, Madison Michelle Mullen, Ian Francis Howley, Ella Danielle Paris, Alyssa Thuy, Ava Marie Rogers, Kelly Elizabeth Bratton, Brianna Rose DiVincenzo, Sarah Elizabeth Martino, Jessica Lynn Cherubino, Caitlin Mary Gravel, Margaret Yahiro, Cameron Nicole Marino, Shannon Dorothea Foley, Megan Frances Newman, Lucia Rose Yacarino, Olivia Rose Mayhall, Kate Elizabeth McCarthy, Kara Elizabeth Green, Daniel Johnson, Grace Ann Borrell, Victoria Mitchell, Kristen Claire Mara, Daisy Ayala, Brielle Lucia Bennett, Kylie Nicole Zerby, Erin G. Weldy, Mary Virginia Fasasica, Grace Ann Papanikolaou, Alyssa Rose Nolan, Caroline M. Morgan, Caitlin Margaret Eckenrode, Olivia Aurora McKeague, Samantha Christine Becker, Sophia Ann Paolucci, Morgan Medrow, Sarah Jessica Thomas, Allison Marie Yanis, Jessica Mosley, Emily Zizadoro, Linda Thompson, Victoria Liuzzi, Olivia Malone, Amy Lorenzon, Kylie Marie Raymond, Gabriella Menza, Lindsay Marie Smith, Samantha Shalgoes, Riley Delaney, Amy Miller, Kristen Marie McGrath, Michelle Burns, Alyssa Chinchilli, Kelly A. O'Connor, Lindsay Jo Schiffner, Catherine McEwing, Quinn O'Malley, Julia Spillane, Emily Beatrice McDonald, Michael J. McGrath, Julia Elizabeth Madeo, Karan Davis, Audrey Catherine Guarino, Juliana Gorman, Mariana Lobb, Caroline Thomas Cull, Erica Kovacs, Maggie Good, Mitchell Mundorf, Megan Hope Harty, Sharon Sakmini Gefor Gunu, Claire Elizabeth Lanjuli, Edith Walden, Sloan Anjali Turlock, Geneville K. Quay, Kristen Ann Pannoni, Cynthia Hope Cahill, Andrei Cherednikov, Caitlin Elise Belcher, Gabriella Michelle Howell, Alexis Rose Graham, Alyssa Nicole Penny, Grace Elizabeth Jurla, Whitney Rice, Catherine Seeloff, Bridget Bunton, Lindsay Klee, Mariah Elizabeth Lesh, Anna Handley, Marissa Alana Henderson, Catherine Ting Brown, Bergeline Asha Lazaire, Ashley J. Gwembear, Caprice Beato, Selena Medhanye Berhana, Colleen Becker, Shannon Rial, Peter S. Bink, Jill Harrington, Alexa Ballister, Aurelis Silliman, Samantha Michelle Sexton, Julia Marie Creange, Bridget Caroline Muller, Alexandra T. Mulry,
Congratulations. Congratulations to the Fitzpatrick College of Nursing graduates. You may now be seated. The graduates of the College of Engineering will be presented by Dr. Michelle Marco Longo, the Drozdick Endowed Dean of the College of Engineering. Once again, I'd ask you to remain respectful and attentive as we move through the list of names.
Candidates who are approved for bachelor's degrees in the Creative and Innovative College of Engineering will please rise and remain standing as you are able until the degrees have been conferred. Father President, it's my pleasure to present the candidates from the college who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive a degree from Villanova University.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on you the degree of which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of Villanova University, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Graduates of the College of Engineering, please come forward.
Yay. Thank you.
Julia Marie Volberg, Christian James Morfitt, Jordy J. Nunez, Michael Joseph Dolan, Luke Anthony Caserta, Sarah Catherine Worden, Kieran Michael Woods, Joseph Nathaniel Rizzo, Colleen Teresa Cassat, Shane Murphy McKee, Eleanor Bellata, Caroline Elizabeth McLaren, Julia Amick, Isabella Tameen Song, Colin B. Muller, William P. Bassett, Gabriella Marie Slentz, Stephen Luke Greiner, Laura Michelle Moore, Connor William Giovanello, Noah Michael Turkel, James Cyril McGee IV, Nicholas Angelo DeMeo, Thomas Newton Ward IV, Joseph Anthony Irizarry, Ryan Matthew Grochowski, Andrew Bryce Steenvoorden, Christian David Wade, Joseph Zawislak, Amelia Monica, Jake C. O'Donnell, Madison McKenna Janoy, Christopher B. Chan, Julia Marie Andraco, Matthew T. Blanco, Amanda Mae Simpson, Haley Allison DeVita, Auden Arslanyan, Bridget Ann Newman, Nicholas LVG, Sarah Michelle Berghart, Brandon T. Saito, Catherine Ann Marino, Owen M. Saad, Edward Anthony Barnett, Ryan Patrick Howland, Dylan Joseph O'Connor, Carl Maxwell Huber, Joseph Sigmund Power, Anthony Thomas George, Emma Julia Van Dyke, Cole Moros, Jada Thomas, Alexandra Christine Hansen, Emma Nora Teresa McCormack, Jacob Thomas Delancey, Jillian Elizabeth Pearson, Andrew David Spazzato, Vanessa Bidiaco Hill, Ryan DeLacy Ferguson, Grace Margaret Bryceland, William Keith Bishop, Caroline Dorothy Ross, Aidan Christopher Campbell, Caroline Emily Menzie, Christopher J. Burns, Sarah Jeanette Slaby, Laura Grace Chachula, Isabel D. Clark, Eric J. Devlin, Eric R. Walther, Colin Nombury Hanley, Connor Matthew Cuthbert, Russell Abadi III, Luke Dykstra, Joe Andraus, Abhishek Pradip Patel, Robert Louis Spindler,
John W. Bushner,
Ryan Michael Loftus, Noah Anthony Halil Toparli, William Bruce Bartell, Adam Ramsey Lowe, Jake Arthur Northrup, Jessica Rose Sutton, Alexander Valentine Lair, Emily Elizabeth Crass, Kenneth Paul Fay, Eugene Thomas Hewitt III. Jiachen Terry Yuen. Christopher J. Leonard. Sean Lewis Evans. Krista May Slivka. Timothy A. Nicholson II. Robert Rutliano. Ifani E. Ibanusi. Liam Michael Heher. Narissa Griffiths. Stephen Williams. Thomas Ines Lopez. Patrick Thomas Coman. Tyler Leon Shepard. Ryan W. Plickies. Josephine H. Chung. Jeremy Fajardo. Aaliyah Dudnath.
Ingreg Logiraz.
Francesca Chasulo. John Peter Palermo. Zachary James Melnick. Michael Ramsey Fantini. Anna Ramos. Peter Ryan Todd. Lucas Michael Yannel. Evan Dwayne Beers. Randolph Jaime Castillo. Edgar Elvira. Tyler C. Myrick Lovelace. Thomas John Briscoe. Sheila Elizabeth Joyce. Alexander Scott Allen. Olivia Hedwig Hall. Thomas Scott Zapetti. Megan Marie Fitzpatrick. Matthew Joseph Tadaro. Zoe Elizabeth Faulkner. Connor Danes Gentile. Maria Teresa Tailleferri. Rafael Sotelo. Ana Ramirez. Erica Cordova Canis. Mary Catherine Smith. Madeline Kimi Yoshizaki. Daniela Marie Tailleferri. Matthew Belfato. Megan Lily Morhart. Zachary Madexa. William Michael Rickers. Samuel C. Coulon. John James Saunders. Brandon Reese Caridi. Andrew Gerald Gager. Maxwell Norton. Alexandra Winters. Seth Richards. Shannon Elizabeth Kavanaugh. Peter Pellegrini. Jessica Lee Hoover. Randall Lewis Jr. Elizabeth Rose Kramer. Ryan John McNamara. Megan Catherine Kavanaugh. Brian Scott Redvanny. Taylor Mackenzie Gould. Sean Robert Garner. Rachel Leslie Lambert. Kevin Michael Heist. Emily Grace Summers. Marina Passero.
Joseph Stanford Leonard.
Natalie A. Dudas. James Blaney Rice. Jamie Marie Auerbach. Theodore Avieres Andaniatis. Joseph Paul Fabrizio. Ahmed Daniel. Diego Armando Adames. Hans Reefcole. Margaret Eileen Degoni. Megan Elizabeth Clark. Anna Catherine Unser, Maisie I. Thurber Wells, Ryan William Corsello, Isaac Chian, Mitchell Edward Murtha Jr., Lauren Isabella Picone, Mark Anthony Griego, Emily Ann Weingold, Michael Loperino Jr., Duncan McDowell Smith, Matthew Stephen Dybowski, Braden Robert Hecht, Armand Robert Brignola, Daniel Carrain, Caroline Brown, Patrick Donald McWilliams, Brooke Elizabeth Githens, Ahmed Amr Ali, Isabella Eileen Herrera, Patrick John Scariano, Emily Helen Pizzuto, Anthony Thomas Bradley, Amy Quinn Shaper, Matthew Smith Bergen, Caden Alexis Johnson, Evan Michael Hernick, Brenna Mary McLaughlin, Mark Sabria Gabaro, Nicole Allison Grunberg, Gabriel Francisco Ribera Maldonado, Caroline Cecilia Marcelli, Michael Marr, Irene Christina Cocalieres, Haftu M. Strinsos, Jenna Rose Hoffman, Michaela Grace Feeharry, Catherine J. Sharrow, Eamon Dowling Jones, Nicola Iris K., Samuel Park, Nicholas Joseph Barone, Daniel Martin Ebinger, James Andrew Ragusa, Nicholas Chandler, Degmawi Legacy, Nathan Okena Onyejiaka, Brianna Denise Serrano, Elijah No Stevens, Paulina Diamantis Snyder, Stefan Roman Bielik, John Eugene Fattori Jr., William J. Kreitz, Skylar Dillon Sices, Gavin Anthony Canzanese, Craig Randall Sharman, Sebastian Alexander DeStefano, Andrew Osborne, Justin Matthew Cacciatore, Brian Frank Luzzy, Maxwell T. Burkett, Aiden Flynn, Jack Thomas Sovich,
Congratulations to the College of Engineering graduates. You may now be seated. The graduates of the School of Business will be presented by Dr. Joyce Russell, the Helen and William O'Toole Dean of the Villanova School of Business. Once again, we ask you to remain respectful and attentive as we move through the list of names. Right there.
Candidates who are approved for bachelor's degrees. in the Villanova School of Business will please rise and remain standing as you are able. Until their degrees are conferred. Father President, it is my pleasure to present the candidates from the school who are approved by the faculty of the university and whose names appear on the official list for graduation to receive a degree from Villanova University.
By the authority committed to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you are entitled, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to that degree. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of Villanova University, officially signed and sealed with the seal of the corporation. Graduates of the Villanova School of Business, please come forward.
Ryan Matthew Minicozy Wieland. Jose E. Garcia Orozco. Michael Gregory Tufangjian. Abigail Yang M. Cho. Vance Anderson. Ashley Seymour. Drew B. Mashak. Maggie Basil. Owen James Coors. Kelsey Catherine Lindquist. Samuel Aaron Green. Kira Lynn Kendrick. Madeline Marie Bird. Brian Jacob DePasca. Elizabeth Michelle Sotolongo. Martin Theodore Mannion. Megan Danielle Murphy. Trevor Coleman. Sean David Rankle. Sophie Simone. Lyle Carlton Oakes. Anusha Dawson. Tierney G. Schiff. Elise Rosenblatt. Ishan Varma. Laura Allen. Joshua Javier. Isabella Katrine Peterman. Madeline Libiday Sateri. Callista Elizabeth Pop. Caitlin Rourke Mulcahy. Stephen Sepulveda. Bernadette Ann Goratowski. Molly Elizabeth Murphy. Matthew J. Park. Olivia Isabella Billy. Stephen F. O'Meara, Jr. Joseph Antonio Masonette. Brian Michael Marr. Surya Sinha Das. Reed Kenneth Hutcherson. Asia Rose Eden. Kevin Scott Geist. Sheriel Mercedes Rodriguez Fernandez. Perry Ellis Stahl. Binti Kaur Kohli. Emma Hanley Watson. Mac Costonis. Joshua Ryan Slay. Julia E. R. Anderson. Jaron Hayek. Anshu Ajmera. Connor Watkins. Victoria Jasper. Hunter Cusimano, Aram Barsam Asadorian, Timothy Wayne Brown Jr., Timothy James Knoll, Isaiah Jeremy Taylor, Austin Christopher Smith, Gabriella D. Simone, Michael Kerwer, Nicole Ignatowski, Emil Tu, Sophia N. Lopez Somoano, William J. Gaddy, Jonah Miles Gavino, The Dai Vo, Sean James Walsh, Isabel Maria von Kopf, Noah Riley Schaff, Morgan Haley Specht, Miranda Mackenzie Peak, Samantha Thompson, Aubrey Begdanis, Catherine Marie Batuzzi, Trevor Robert Wilson, Parth Patak, C.J. Russell Lorino, Brian Thomas Golden, Jenna Young, Alexander Kyle Gonzalez, Morgan Nicole McGuire, Justin Thomas Gonzalez, Olivia Catherine Janya, Ryan Yum, Caitlin Page Lucido, Jeremy Y. Huang, Daniel A. Vaquero, Brandon G. Suh, Philip Joseph Sandor, Vraj Shah, Matthew Chandler Burgeon, Brandon Jung, Christian Rial, Michael Thomas Lay, Michael William Fusil, Bridget Lee, Samil Jain, Andre M. Lai, Shane Philip Harris, Justin Dominic Suarez, Jack Joseph Eden, Praneeth Saxena, Anthony Petco, Sahil Matani, Nicholas Richard Vermiglio, Cesar Mijares Simonet, Arthur Shaka, Cole Tyler Sands, Daniel Pasquale DiLulo, Andrew Blashmi, Alexander Augustin Lanoy, Tanner Mundy, Joseph Cheney Lair, Alexis Garcia, Daniel Patrick Pruitt, Michael Thomas Olson, Olivia Cruz, Devin Riley Boatsman, Abigail Grace Pagano, Christine Elizabeth Rose Blackman, Emily Grace Murphy, Megan Christina Kempf, Madeline Elizabeth Ellis, Brennan Curry Robinson, Mia Dorothy Del Orto, Jonathan Hammond Torres, Abigail Elizabeth Lucas, Jordan Anthony Alvarado, Marcus Lauber, Justin Robert Lazowski, Owen Peter Gockley, Anthony Stephen Dragasis, Reese Patrick Blaylock, Jane Livingston, Derek A. Gamer, Austin Xavier Kohler, Connor Stephen Lipka, Amanda Lee, Anthony Joseph Butita, Caitlin Mary Iobi, Megan So, Mia Catherine Barletta, Rohan Biscuitwala, Catherine Klein, Thomas M. Haas, Sophia Morales, Ryan Edward Lowry, Jillian Ruth Pelosi, Jonathan Cosmy, me, Emma Pham, Jared Ryan Plattman, Lin Huai Tran, Kaya Champion, Hao Tran, Grace Quinlan Taylor, Thuong Ngo, Mackenzie Hope Dulski, Tang Thao Nguyen, Mimi Cavalier, Anthony James Grasso, Aaron Michael H. Arakellian, Catherine Jane Marriott, Samantha Elizabeth Newman, Miguel Alejandro Badilla, Victoria Sebastian, Alexandra Weitzman, Shannon Huggard Drakely, Emma Benson, Megan Rose Cobran, Kelly Lynn Carney, Grace Margaret Manchester, Kalechi J. Onibo, Anne Marie Toulan, Brennan Ebert, Katerina Mosunik, Bradley John Wallaber, Robert Wood Heath III, Graham David Young, Justin Thomas Mancini, Sean Dalton Campbell, Jessica Tan Hogan, Riley Emerson McBride, Luke Thomas Berkowitz, Jeremy Whitty, Alex Samuel Van Cleef, Timothy James Sherlock, Cameron Frederick Rose, John Patrick Gill, Christian McCall, Evan Hong Yuan Chu, Sean Patrick Coas, Yako Caltio, Eileen Yumi Cha, Brendan Regan, Alex J. Il Kim, Emily Elizabeth Dennis, Cameron Joseph Riley, Patrick Sy, Jamie Alexis Hiatridis, Laura Marie Fisher, Evangelos Hahalis, Diana Michelle Nelson, Andrew Carmen Smith, Olivia Ann Mulcahy, Thomas William Amendola, Grace Alexandra Chattis, Luke Janest Miller, Caitlin Milady, Jack Michael Walsh, Lily Carey Gardner, Andres Falcon Jimenez, Jane Margaret McAleese, Leo Christopher McRae, Caroline Marie Zagelski, William Joseph Pappert, Olivia Bentley Gang, Cole William Langton, Christopher J. Draghi, Colin One Park, Isabella Charlotte Victoria Bruck, Danielle Scarano, Victoria Ashley Hill, Tiffany Martirosian, Catherine Ann Fair, Marilee Patricia Marzo, Aditi Paul Chowdhury, Raquel Livia Adana, Gabriella Forte, Mary Elizabeth Roddy, Jenna Cappuccino, Tucker David Scaringe, Thomas Owen McMahon, Kirill Sergeyevich Kuznetsov, Owen Patrick Martin, Jack J. Withstandley, Ryan William Heffernan, Antonio Nicholas Talata, Gregory Edward Getz, Jr., Sahil Sunit Patel, James M. Ricciardi, Kevin William Diaz, Christopher Michael Hughes, Riley Thomas Brady, William Trainer Forbes, Joseph William DiBattista, Maxwell Schuyler Williams, Anthony Christopher Bibbo, William Spencer Frieder, Grace N. Karajosi, Colin Patrick Livingston, Margaret Lindsay Burnjack, James Christopher McMahon, Caroline Ann McDermott, Luke Aloysius Sokich, Abigail Grace Walheim, Patrick Clifford Haggerty, Jessica Mary Connolly, Caitlin Grace Springer, Joy Catherine Vaith, Nina A. Manello, Abigail Grace Deneen, Tian Li Jin, Stelio Katopodis, Jushin Annie G, Biagio Antonio Di Simone, Van Toe, Gavin M. Burke, Mateo Osterazaga, Justin Coppola, Spencer Gallagher, Philip Jonathan Taylor, Reese Alexander Smith, Samuel Wells Parkinson, Andrew John Frohock, Melanie Rose Zimmerman, Jack Delane Carlson, Emily McCarthy, Michael Joseph Pantaleo, Natalie Cochran McGrail, Daniel Hyunjun Kim, Hope Elizabeth Wilder, Thomas Alexander Madden, Zachary Stephen Spader, Sean Daniel McFarlane, Tyler Francis Murphy, Dexter Louis Fernandez, Matthew Robert Bown, Megan Elizabeth McClay, Timothy Francis Starr, Kelsey Lauren DeLola, Taylor Ann DeVito, Hannah Joe, Samantha Alice Rathjen, Grace Linnea White, Cameron Noel Durante, Shrey Mehrotra, Ashley Brooke Ryder, William James John Brassington II, Jacqueline Audrey Dorset, Madhav Pandya, Daniela Ray Carrion, Douglas Peter Vanieri, Matthew Ryan O'Donnell, Alcy Polanco, Natalie Persad, Connor Cohan McAvoy, Luke Michael Alexander, Drew Connor Steinmetz, Emily Caitlin Strand, Melina Andrea Nyrenda, Elizabeth Ann Schaup, Michaela Ford, Abigail Rose Fuller, Caitlin Ford, Kate Lynn Pisciotti, Jasmine Sevilla, Caroline Elizabeth Romano, Bridget Taylor DeVerna, Ella Marie Brooke, Nora Kate Vasick, Eunice Sugi Kwan, Christian David Vernieri, Justin Norvin Blades, David Julian Moore, Alana Smith, Eric David Pacheco, Kendall Nicole Rogers, Mackenzie Lee Meir, Selena Wang, Matthew L. Shipman, Hamza Enoch, Robert Callan Grove, Alice Kuh, Ashley M. Henry, Vivian Grace Bear, Sade Joy Dugbo, Gabrielle Erin Daisley, Ulisa Mendez, Celia Suhu Warren, Daniel Paul Lanza, Melissa Marie Goodspeed, Celia Lanza, Yari Sakeda, Brian James McCartan II, Corinne Evelyn Sullivan, William Thomas Rowland, Jenna Rose Dugan, Cade Ryan Sands, Kelsey Elise Levin, Leighton Alexander Dolan, Carlisle Elizabeth Brady, Michael Patrick Carroll, Sarah Seema Barshap, Ty Eastman, Alyssa Juliana Pastor, Zachary David Tripodi, Olivia K. Marchese, Jake Barry Coppin, Eunice Yim, Nathan Howard King, Caroline Ashley Summers, Austin Jeffrey Bodner, Kelly Ruane, Connor Robert Chegwidden, Samantha Michelle Smith, Owen Edward Connor, Jillian C. Coughlin, Sean Joseph Kirkwood, Libby Catherine Murray, T-Con Joseph Ryerson, Nathaniel Izzard Crary, Stephen Bennett, Liam J. Doherty, Evan Bujnowski, Julia Amelie Danos, Bruce Yang, Kayla Mary Curtin, Brian Patrick Zimmerman, Patrick Ryan McNellis, George Brennan Eberly, Timothy J. Clements, Jr., Zen David Rizzuto Flansbaum, Isaac Charles Lewis, Joseph Shano, Gerald Patrick Jennings, Ryan Patrick Delaney, Ryan Michael Davey, James LaRue, Joseph Patrick Cooner, Julia Grace Kinney, Jack Lindsay Bogart, Juliana Anderson, John Patrick Steinaway, Madeline Grace Garcia, Ross Engel Clip Kaplan, Annie Elizabeth Tunstall, Jawad Bouyan, Jenna Catherine Besnecker, Peter Frederick Bay, Carrie Elizabeth Pollock, Franklin Zhu, Alessandra Sofia Tomas, Paul Kajorn Ratanawanich, Sean Lewis Bradshaw, Christopher Mark, Connor Joseph Carroll, Justin Alexander Peel, David H. Johansson, John Patrick Farley, William Matthew Moore, Colin Alexander Walsh, alias Dario Martinez Daniel, Sam Albert Wilson, Matthew Wilson, John McKee, Cole Michael Smith, Ishan Puri, Jackson Reynolds Bradford, Tyler Francis Miller, Dylan K. Gosine, Justin Edward Ruggiero, Anthony Scaglione, Luca Di Leonardo, Keely Dulles Connor, Brianna Nicole Varnes, Benjamin Patrick Sarda, Stephen G. Riesco, William Christopher Harvey,
Congratulations, graduates of the Villanova School of Business. Please join me in extending our congratulations to the entire class of 2023. Father Peter Donahue will now administer the Pledge of Loyalty to the graduates of the class of 2023.
All right, everybody get back in your place. Let's go. We're almost finished. And so is the champagne, so we got to get going here. Before I administer this pledge, I want Dr. Joyce Russell to get up here for a minute. Dr. Russell has served as Dean of the Villanova School of Business for the last 7 years, and this will be her final commencement as Dean of VSB. Okay, today you join more than 135,000, I should say, graduates of Villanova University worldwide. And you will enjoy the distinction of receiving a Villanova degree from Villanova University. By accepting this honor, you have a responsibility to uphold the high standing of this institution and to act with honor, decency, and courage, striving to make the world a better place for those who follow you. I ask you to commit yourself to that trust by repeating the pledge taken by all Villanova graduates. Members of the graduating class of 2023, please repeat after me with a solemn sense of my responsibility. I pledge myself to hold my degree as a sacred trust, an emblem of my obligation to serve, to hold it with untarnished honor to myself, in generous loyalty to Villanova University, and with fidelity to my God, my country, and humanity. Now, you don't repeat this part, so just be quiet, okay? And may God direct you in all your decisions and further you with the continued help, that the generous service of your life, begun, continued, and ended in faith, you may glorify the name of God and finally, by God's mercy, obtain everlasting life. I wish all of you the best of luck. Thank you for choosing Villanova.
Graduates and esteemed guests, I'm asking that everyone would please stand as you are able for the benediction. It is my distinct honor to introduce Ms. Elizabeth Mazzio, Chair of the Villanova University Board of Trustees and a Villanova graduate, who will offer the benediction. If you have not done so already, gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Lord, we gather today in the company of family and friends to honor the Villanova University class of 2023. Under your guidance, they have learned to lead with their minds and their hearts. They have made new friends and developed new interests, and their growth can be chartered by measuring the depth of their character and the fullness of their spirit. May they always carry these gifts and, in the spirit of St. Thomas of Villanova, continue to find ways to use them to improve the lives of others. Today also marks their first day as Villanova alumni. They don't want to graduate. Help them understand that while commencement may mean the end of classes, it also represents the beginning of their role as stewards of this great university. Guide them to remain involved in the Villanova community and as active participants in shaping the institution's future. Bless them and keep them on this and every day. We ask this in the name of Jesus, our Lord. Amen.
Graduates, please remain standing as you are able. Before we conclude our ceremony this afternoon, please join us in singing the alma mater, the words of which can be found on the screens on either side of the stage. The tune will be familiar to all our students, as every night at 8:00 p.m., the choir hall bells play the song. The alma mater, once again, will be led by the senior students of our various on-campus musical groups. Graduates and families, esteemed guests, that concludes our 180th commencement exercises of Villanova University. We ask that you please keep the aisle clear as our stage party and faculty recess, and congratulations to the members of the class of 2023.